Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of QG Diaries, a program on Quranology Television QG TV. Today marks the first QG Diaries episode since Ramadan 2015. And we've taken a break for about 40 days or so. Sometimes when you lose the habit of making a video, it takes a bit of time to get back into it. I would like to finish what I started with, the issue of Sawm, or fasting, discipline, abstinence, with a video on the Sawm of Maryam, which is what this video is about. Before I do that, I would like to say, first of all, that we have to take on a very metaphorical hat, if you will. We have to basically look at the story in a wholly different way than the historical version of the story, which is quite common. Muslims usually discuss whether or not Isa was born of a miraculous birth. They discuss if he had a father or if he performed miracles literally or figuratively, etc. But this is not what this video is about at all. Rather, this video hopes to reach the goal which is given by Quran, which is the best of deeds. Now, how do we use the story of Isa and Maryam to perform the best of deeds? In my early experience with Islam, as 13, 14 years old, I was very much into Sufism, and one of the personalities in the Sufi tradition whom I latched onto was Ibn Arabi. Ibn Arabi wrote a book called Fusus al-Hikam, where he discussed the personalities in Quran as metaphors for the human condition. That's my understanding of it. So these stories, they represent certain aspects of being. To me, that is the deepest take one can make on Quranic personalities. And it concords with what Quran itself says on these personalities, and that is in chapter 11, verse 120, and chapter 12, verse 111. Inshallah, we'll make videos on, we've made a video on one, let's make one on the other soon. But now, let's get back to the story of Maryam. The story of Maryam, in detail, is only given in one chapter, and that's chapter 19. And as I've said before in another video, that chapters 18 and 19 is about tawallud versus ta'abud. Tawallud is to take a favorite between you and Allah. Ta'abud is to remove that and only have you and Allah. Maryam is one of the solutions given by Allah in order to achieve that state. And we should read her, in my opinion, we should read her as a metaphor of the spiritual nurturance. So she is given the Spirit of Allah, which comes out in the form of Isa. She's given the Spirit of Allah in order for her to experience Isa to that maximum capacity. And you will see the beginning of the story is in verse 19, where Maryam takes she departs from her people, and she takes a screen between her and her people. Then Allah says she departs from her people makanan sharqiyya, which means a rising place. So she is taking herself to a higher consciousness, a more divinely mandated kind of lifestyle, a lifestyle of abstinence. So she's no longer with her people who are just constantly, basically indulging themselves. So when she does this, Allah sends to her a spirit, and that spirit shows her basharan sawiya, or a person which is perfect in all forms, or equilibriate in all forms. And this personhood, if you like, is what she achieves for her pregnancy. And what's involved in this so-called pregnancy? Well, she, as I said, she has a lifestyle of abstinence, and this abstinence allows her, or rather forces her, to get into a state of extreme anxiety or extreme trials and tribulations. This is what is known in Al-Baqarah as Shahru Ramadan. And Maryam goes through it, and she gives birth to the spirit known as Isa. So if you take it metaphorically, it is actually a very beautiful kind of process which all human beings should go through. Now, when you attain Shahru Ramadan in Al-Baqarah, which is in chapter 2, you get a measure of Quran. When you attain Shahru Ramadan of Maryam, you attain the spirit of Isa. This is why I keep saying Isa is the walking Quran. So when you attain the personality of Isa, you will attain a measure of Quran. And this personality is what goes to her own people and gives them that revitalized possibility, if you like. The word Isa actually means possibility or potential. Unfortunately, her people did not take it too well. The people of Maryam did not take it too well. And this is not something which is unusual. Most the peoples of the messengers don't take the message too well. Anyway, I mean, I can't possibly explain the whole thing in one video. Inshallah, in parts, I will do so in the future. It's good to see all of you again. Inshallah, we will be back to our regular weekly videos in September, inshallah. Then thank you very much for viewing this video, and please leave your comments in the comment section. Bye.